Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to the Non-Essential Experience. It's your host, Diego. I'm here with my co-host, Miguel.
What's up, everybody? It's your
What's up?
boy.
What's up? We technically just lied to you guys. So we're technically we are not non-essentials anymore.
I know you're officially. I've been essential for a couple of days now.
Yeah.
You're essential now too,
So we're technically lying to you guys now, but
but we're still not essential in life. So
yeah. So it's all right. We're not lying in some way or another. Um. So what's up, you guys? It's been a while. It's like 2 days, 3 days. Um. So today we just watched the magnum opus of Mortal Kombat.
so I know we talked about this like 2 episodes ago, but just before for those who don't know, we watched Mortal Kombat. We're gonna review it today, the original movie from 1995. And again, Diego, you've never seen this movie, correct?
Never. Like I was not prepared.
And how much of Mortal Kombat did you know about? Not necessarily the movie, but the games, the franchise themselves before going in. Like, did you know these characters?
I knew the characters. I kind of know a little bit. Like when was the last Mortal Kombat that came out? 11.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat, which is phenomenal game. Phenomenal.
See, I watched all the story mode.
Dude, the story mode on the Mortal Kombat games are the best.
Like
no one else does it like them. You know what I mean?
And of course, it's like a fighting game. Like all they're doing is fighting, but the story was cool. Like they go to like a different world for whatever reason, and they're fighting all these fighters. Like it's cool. This movie was not that. It was. I like it. It kind of felt not as bad as like the Dragon Ball fucking Revolution or Fusion or whatever the fuck it was called. The like the real life Dragon Ball adaptation.
Evolution.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Evolution.
How Dragon Ball
Classic.
Evolution wasn't actually Dragon Ball Z. It was just kind of like, oh, Dragon Ball Z looks pretty cool. Let's just kind of make a fucking 99-cent store version of that. And that's kind of how I felt with Mortal Kombat.
I didn't think I don't think the movie's that bad in the sense where,
bruh,
as a Mortal Kombat fan, like don't get me wrong, the movie is bad, but I like the movie just because like I'm a huge Mortal Kombat fan. I've been a huge Mortal Kombat fan all my life. Since a kid, I've always liked it. To me, it's my favorite fighting game franchise of all. And it's so much fun, and I don't know, it was awesome just seeing the characters, and it's not like the casting isn't the worst, but some of the acting is really bad.
So how much did the fucking Mortal Kombat people pay you to talk good about this movie? like just say it, dude. It's illegal not to say when you're being sponsored by a company.
So first off, the budget for this movie was $18 million, 1/8. How much did you think it made in the box office?
It had to make a lot, right? Because 95, it was like at the time of like not the peak, but it was like right after the peak of fighting games.
So this came in 95, and at the time, I probably should have Googled this first, but I want to say Mortal Kombat 2 had just been out for a while, which when Mortal Kombat 1 came out, it got a lot of like notoriety because of the blood and the fatalities.
Mm-hmm.
And people were just like, holy shit. And then because of Mortal Kombat is the reason there's the rating system on video games as well.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, the Mortal Kombat is the reason there's a rating system now, because it had blood and death, like to that extent, because they use like real life actors in the video game. You know what I mean? Like, So the Mortal Kombat 2 had been out for 2 years, and Mortal Kombat 3 had just came out when the Mortal Kombat movie came out. So it was like Mortal Kombat 3 came out in April, and the movie came out in August, but it's really more off the fame of Mortal Kombat 2. Because that had been out for 2 years already, and Mortal Kombat 2 just blew the fuck up. Even more than Mortal Kombat 1, the game. So, of course, they're going to be like, you know what? Let's fucking make a movie. And yeah, so 18 million, how much you think it made?
Like I said, I think it's going to be up there, dude. I think it's going to be up there. Just because the craze, like the fighting game craze, and then all the CGI, like, I'm guessing like 150 million?
You're not that far off. It
160?
made 122.
122. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a lot of money. For $18 million budget, it made over 100 million in profit.
Yeah, dude.
Crazy.
So, yeah, that's pretty good, dude. Like, I thought the movie was like not good at all, but I could see, I could see why it would make so much money. It's like a video game adaptation movie.
Yeah, me
After
and my brother loved this movie as kids. This one and the sequel, Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
there's a sequel.
Oh, it's so good, dude. You should watch it. We should watch it. Even if we don't review it, I think I think Annihilation is better than this one, personally.
Oh, there's a fucking sequel.
Well, did you see the ending? Like,
Well, yeah, it was when what's his name again?
Shao Kahn.
Shao Kahn, and yeah, it's when Shao Kahn comes down as a fucking like tornado monster, like the fucking monster from Twitch's callback. Hey.
Yeah, there's a sequel that picks up literally where this one ends.
Damn. Dude, tell me why I got these really weird vibes from Raiden. Like, weird, like, rapey vibes. Like,
Dude,
when
he's
he
creepy. That actor, like,
he looks like a knockoff version of Fabio.
That's one of my issues with the casting in this movie is Raiden.
Because Raiden is pretty cool. Like
Raiden's a cool character, and
not just a cool character, but he's like a staple of the series. Like when you think of Mortal Kombat,
I could be wrong, but like I feel like Raiden should be like an Asian dude, and they got a white guy to play him.
I could see that,
a super white guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was weird. Remember when in that part where he was telling like, "Oh, you guys must face your fears if you are going to win this tournament or whatever."
Yeah.
And he goes to fucking Johnny Cage. He's just like, "You fear not being recognized or whatever. That's why you're stupid and you fight people and don't think about it. You fucking dumbass," or whatever he tells him. And then he goes up to, what's the girl's name again?
Kitana or Sonya Blade.
Sonya Blade. And he like whispers in her ear. He's just like, I was like, bro, you're getting way too close. I'm like, like you did not have to go in there and just fucking like lick her fucking earlobe. Like you do not need to do this. I don't remember what he said. I was just so thrown off by how creepy that was. How he went up behind her, was like fucking like in her ear, like whispering something. I was just like, yo, dog, that's not all right. Like, I was like, social distancing, 6 feet, dude. Like, fuck. But my favorite line, and it is literally the only line
that you
of the movie that I remember, and it was just like I had to pause the movie because I was just like, bruh. It's like in the very beginning of the movie, which is fucking weird, dude. Because the Sonya Blade or whatever the fuck her name is, she's like at a screamo concert, and like the band is playing, right? The band is fucking playing. It's like her and this black. I forget the black dude's name. He's in the other Mortal Kombat games, right?
Jax, yeah.
This like they're like following the guy that has like the robot eye.
Kano.
See, I don't know these characters like you do.
Yeah, I fucking love the games, the series.
Yeah, so they're looking for Kano, and I guess Kano was like hiding like with the bad guy behind the movie.
Shao Kahn.
At this like screamo concert,
Yeah.
And instead of just getting like moving politely through the fucking concert, they're just beating the shit out of the fucking like the viewers of the concert, dude. They're just beating the living shit out of them. And the black guy is like talking to Sonya about something, and then he's like, "Hey, so like, don't you trust me?" And Sonya was like, "I only trust one person, and you're talking to her." And I was just like, "What the fuck?" That was so edgy. I was just like, that was. I had to stop the movie because I was just like, "Dog, that was fucking. That was pretty badass." I only trust one person, and you're talking to her. I was just like, "Come on."
One of my favorite lines, or two of my favorite lines, and I thought they were funny. It's so in the movie, for those who don't know Mortal Kombat, if you don't know the games, it's literally about Mortal Kombat. It's supposed to be a battle between two realms, one called Outer World and then the Earth realm, and they battle for supremacy. The one that wins the tournament, like I guess, takes control. They have to win 10 in a row to take control of the other one. And so in this movie, the plot is Outer World, Shao Kahn, he needs to win 10. He's locked in the Outer World. He has to win 10 so he can finally go into the Earth realm. And they have won 9 straight. There's one every century, I believe. One battle, one tournament every century. And they're on the 10th one. They have 9 wins in a row. You know what I mean? They're about to get the sweep. And Raiden's like, oh, finally we have the one, Liu Kang. But he must much to learn. And then
I thought Liu Kang was blind, or is that his son?
no, you're thinking of there's a blind guy, but he's like way later in the Mortal Kombat series. He's not in any of the movies.
Oh, okay, because I know, because in Mortal Kombat 11, that was the character that I like to play as the blind guy, and I knew that
He's not in Mortal Kombat 11, the blind guy.
Is it, or is it 10?
You're thinking of 10.
I might be thinking of 10. So then I haven't seen 11. I've seen 10.
Yeah, Kenshin. His name is Kenshi. He has a
it.
blade.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's actually a great character. I like to play with him a lot.
He's kind of like he kind of looks like Nightwing. Reminds me a lot like Nightwing.
In some variations, yeah, I can see it. But
what you were saying? Sorry for interrupting you.
No, you're good. So yeah, they got 10 in a row, and then Liu Kang is the chosen one for Raiden. His brother died. And that's another weird thing. The way this movie starts, like he just has a dream of his brother dying.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't really like tell you like
why or
even
like what
in
happened.
The like as a viewer, you watch that for the first time, you just assume he's dreaming, but that's actually what happened. Mm-hmm. Like they don't portray it as a vision; they portray it as a dream. You know what I mean? Even though it's actually what happened, that Shao Kahn killed his brother. You know?
Yeah.
But it's weird. It's weird how they did that. Like they're portraying it as a dream, even though it's I guess a vision. Either way, so Shao Kahn takes them all to his like island that's like fucking the Bermuda Triangle. Like it's not on the map. It's like they get no signal there. So they're on their way there, and Sonya Blade is on like her fucking brick of a cell phone walkie-talkie.
Oh yeah.
And Luke Cage says, what does he say?
He's like, fuck.
Something about making a call for him.
No, she was on the fucking on her little cell phone thing. She was trying to call him Jax or whatever the fuck his name was. And he was like, "Oh, like I can't make a call, blah blah blah." And just then
before that,
yeah, and the Johnny Cage was, hey, while you're at it, call my agent, because Johnny Cage.
Oh yeah, like, she's like, what do I look like, your assistant?
Like your secretary. Your
secretary, yeah. And then he gets her ass back on the beach like a minute later, where her phone's not working, and he's like, she's like, where the hell are we? And he's like, what do I look like, your travel agent, or what am I, your travel agent?
Yeah.
I thought that shit was really funny. I don't know why. I like the back and forth between.
It's okay. It's boomer humor, but it's okay.
I
Yeah,
really
it's okay for
like
you to like
the
it.
back and forth between Johnny Cage and Sonya. Like I actually thought they were legit funny. Like, and I like their acting. Though what I
Right.
didn't like, which my biggest issue with this movie outside, and we'll get to the CG, but the biggest issue with the movie is you can tell half these people actually know martial arts and half these people do not.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, and it shows like when fucking Sonya is fighting against Kano on the beach, is the slowest, sloppiest.
Dude, I thought I was crazy for noticing that. How?
It and I'm thinking like, is it just because of the time? But then anytime Liu Kang fights, because he's an actual martial artist, it shows. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Especially when he's fighting, pretty much whenever Sub-Zero or Scorpion are fighting, you can tell it's actual like martial artists. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they got masks on, so they don't have to be like these well-known actors. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And same thing with Liu Kang. You see his face, but he is a martial art. That's how he got started in Hollywood. Was essentially like the Jackie Chan route, where he was like a stuntman, but he knows martial arts and he's good. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And you could tell. I feel like at the time, and you see other movies he was in, like they're probably trying to make him the next Jackie Chan, but it didn't happen. Like I think Mortal Kombat tried to start his career and ended his career at the same time.
Then there's something that I was just kind of like, okay, I didn't like personally was how easy and weirdly this Sub-Zero and Scorpion, what's his name?
Scorpion, yeah.
They ended up dying, dude. Like,
Well, I don't think Scorpion died that easy. Sub-Zero died like so fucking easy.
like
Like at least Scorpion and Johnny Cage had like this like 5 minute fight where it went from the
again,
forest to the
yeah,
bridge in the like hell and then down to the like the bottom layer.
yeah,
That the Johnny Cage. So first, like yeah, now you brought it up. The Scorpion fucking like I don't know the snake head like that CG looks so bad. I'm like,
bro. It looked horrible. I was just like, what the fuck is the point of doing? Just
especially because in the games it isn't some fucking animal in his hands. It's literally just a fucking like a spike and chain. You know what I mean?
yeah, like it's just a chain, literally it's just a fucking chain. That
And if you did that, the CG probably would have looked better. You know what I mean? Instead of having an animal that opens its fucking mouth and it just looks horrendous.
yeah, it's one of those weird situations because it would have been better if they didn't like visually. It would have been better if they didn't do that at all. But at the same time, people would be upset because that's like a big like it's like a staple for Scorpion to have that his chains. Like I know some of his combos and stuff require to use his chains, and like when you lock someone in place, you like hit them, push them, bring them back with the chain, hit them, push them, bring them back with the chain. So it's like a staple of the show of the games. But
And that's the other thing. So for the most part, I love how true to the games these characters and movie was. For the most part, there's some issues that I'll get to, but the one of the issues I had. So in the games, Scorpion's famous for the "come over here,"
mhm.
and they do it in the movie, and it's awesome. He says it, and I'm pretty sure it's the same voice actor whoever did the for the game because it sounded the same. But the problem is in the game, at least at that time, that's all Scorpion really said. So they add other dialogue in here, but because that's all that he's known for, they do it in the same style where it's just like 3, 4 words and it's in the same tone of voice and it just doesn't fit. Because when come over here, it sounds good, it rolls off the tongue. Then he says another thing like, "Where you going?" Like stuff, and I'm like, it doesn't work. And he does it like 2 more other times, and I forgot exactly what he says, and it's just and I'm like, this is bad. This is really
Yeah,
bad.
he should have just said the one thing and then stayed quiet. I would have been okay.
Yeah, but they made him saying like 3, 4 different things and all in the same tone of voice, and I'm like, it doesn't work. It just doesn't work.
Yeah, I agree.
So
Something I didn't like about the
uh-huh.
movie though, it was like a personally was how random some of the fights felt. How
Oh, for sure, yeah.
like like why was Johnny Cage in the fucking forest? Like, and then
Dude,
I don't know.
everything about Johnny Cage and his fights were like why, where, like you said, why they never show him leaving. He's out of nowhere. He's just in the forest, and Scorpion's like fucking chasing, like fucking stalking him.
Yeah, like, and for no, like, literally no reason. Like, absolutely no reason. He ends up going to hell. Like, and then they end up fighting there. It's just,
And that fight's actually pretty good. They fight on the bridge, and then the bridge collapses. And that was a pretty good fight scene up until, which this is true to the game. Scorpion takes off his mask and starts shooting fire, and it just looks horrendous. Like,
oh my god,
it looks so bad, dude.
it was fucking horrible, dude. Just absolutely downright horrible. It was, it was just, it was one of those moments where I was just kind of like, why? I
And
understand.
then Johnny Cage randomly finds a spear and shield on the floor, which protects him from the fire. He throws the spear, it cuts Scorpion's arm. He's like bleeding / fire's coming out. So it's like, oh, this guy's fucking explosive apparently. So
Yeah, then
he throws the shield at Scorpion's head, which cuts off half his
no,
fucking.
he punches him with it. He
Oh,
punches,
you're right. He does like
like
the
he hits him with
Superman punch with it, like
the
on UFC.
Captain. He does the fucking Captain America punch at the fucking shield, just bah. And
And
for apparent reason, like some reason, like the shield was like also like a saw blade because it had like the fucking spikes on the
spikes
edges.
all around, yeah.
I was
Even
just
with those kinds of spikes, and no matter how hard you would have thrown it, it would have not cut his head that clean.
yeah, basically chopped his head like
Like a
in
blade.
half, like vertically, like diagonally.
As if he had like a katana or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Or a samurai sword.
yeah.
Even those
But
like big bulgy spikes that like would not have cut that clean. And then he
yeah,
fucking explodes out of nowhere. Like, this guy's explosive apparently. And the craziest part of it all, dude. So he takes him to hell. Like, in the games, that's the thing Scorpion can do. You know what I mean?
hmm
Take you to hell. He blows up. How does Johnny Cage end back up on the island?
bro, that's exactly what I was gonna bring up right now.
Because
How
they
fuck?
just show him like look around and walk off screen, and that is all they show. It's not like, oh, he's dead now. You get teleported back to where you came from. No, he's the kind of like looks around confused and just starts walking.
And then he somehow he fucking finds him like the fire escape and just goes back up to the fucking.
And he's about to fight fucking Goro, which, dude. So when I was watching him with Goro, the guy with 4 arms, the big the one
The
the
Prince
one
Goro guy,
the
yeah.
Prince Goro, yeah, the badass of all, which in the games he's a badass. When I'm watching him move, I'm like, he moves very weirdly.
He looked like
He kind of
that.
moves like Chucky from Child's Play, like
Yeah,
like an animatronic. And I'm like, is this a guy in a costume or is this an animatronic? Because I'm like, you see like the top 2 hands move, and then the bottom 2 move after a little bit afterwards, kind of like a delay, like kind of as if they were on strings. So like if his top 2 arms moved up, his bottom 2 arms will move up like 2 seconds later, kind of like if there's a lag.
yeah.
And it felt weird. The movements felt weird, didn't it? Did they not feel weird? Looked weird to you?
Fucking horrible, dude. It reminded me of the toy soldiers versus the monsters or whatever. Like not the monsters, like the I forgot the name of the movie where there's like,
It's called the Gargonites, and I think it's called Toy Soldiers. The Gorgonites.
yeah, it looked like Goro looked like one of those one like the leader of that. It was just it looked so weird, dude.
It's not called
Like
Toy Soldiers. What the fuck is it?
it was just it just looked so weird. Like I don't know, like
Small Soldiers. That's what it's called.
that's what it is.
I
Something
love
that
that movie, by the way. That's the movie we should probably watch. Either way, go on.
there's some so a problem that I have, dude, with watching these old movies is the fucking like CGI really takes me out of like if the CGI is really bad,
Yeah.
It just like takes me out of a movie instantly.
So before we get into the CGI, Goro had no CGI.
Yeah, no, but that's what I was getting to though. That's what I was getting to. I wasn't gonna get to the CGI yet.
Okay.
But when the movie just like, if I'm just someone, if the movie looks super super bad, I get really disinterested really really fast. That's why it took me forever to watch, like the Star Wars movies. It took me a very long time to watch them because I couldn't get over the whole like, oh, they look like shit. And eventually, I was just kind of like, fuck it, I'm gonna watch them, and I watched them. I haven't seen them in a while, but I know what I need to know. And this movie, dude, was just fucking hard to watch. It was just like, and when you brought up Goro, it felt so weird, dude. Like it felt like they were making the movie and they didn't finish editing all the scenes with Goro in it, but they ran out of time, so they're just like, clip it and ship it, boys. Clip it and ship it. And I just, yikes! I did not like it. Did not like all the scenes with Goro, all of them, dude.
Yeah, they're so
like Uncanny Valley, dude. Like,
and so when I finished the movie, I'm like, I gotta look it up. I'm like, I gotta know: is this claymation? Is this CG? Is this animatronic? Is this a human being?
mm-hmm.
So it's half animatronic, half human being. So it's this dude that essentially wears 120-pound animatronic on his head and shoulders.
God, what the fuck?
So if you look up Goro, and you remember it looks like he has a fucking extended torso, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much the part where he gets like big, like I guess where his like upper ribs would be, that's the start of the animatronic. And the bottom two arms are the actual human being's arms, and the top two are animatronic arms that are controlled by another guy wearing like an animatronic suit. So the suit moves as the guy moves.
Mm-hmm.
So the guy in the suit, whenever he's filming, first off, he's carrying 120 pounds on his shoulders. Two, he cannot see because the fucking costume he's covered completely. And so essentially, like they're talking to him, like whenever like Goro moves his arms up, they'll tell him move your arms up as well. And that's why it always seems like the bottom arms are always like on a delay because he has to wait for them to tell him. And yeah, so if you see, there's like a little YouTube behind the scenes thing you can look up, and it just looks mad uncomfortable too.
I'm looking at a picture of him. I see where I like right like underneath his nipples is probably where his head starts, like where his head is at, and the rest is just the animatronic. God damn, dude! Like 100, dude, he could have died.
That's why the movements are so fucking weird. You know what I mean?
Dude, one bad step and he would have fucking tripped and cracked his neck, dude. Like, and we would have been here fucking laughing our asses off on another death on one of these fucking movie scenes, like on Double Dragon.
Yeah, crazy, huh?
Dude, what the fuck? I didn't know that.
Yeah, and that's why he moves so awkwardly.
I thought it was claymation, actually. I thought like
but no, and that's why when I was watching, I'm like, this looks like fucking Chucky. His movements look just like Chucky's from Child's Play because they use the same animatronic technology. It was probably made by the same studio.
Yeah. God damn, dude, that's crazy. 120-pound animatronic.
Yeah.
How much would you need to get paid to do something like that?
Fuck, dude, I don't know. Because 120 pounds, that's a lot.
Dude, that's fucking heavy.
I don't even know if I'd be able to do it, to be honest with you. Because if you look at the guy underneath the costume, he's pretty buff. So
yeah, he's fucking jacked, dude. But still, dude, like 120 pounds for how long?
Well, to be fair, every scene he was in wasn't super long.
Well, but just because the scene wasn't long doesn't mean the shooting wasn't long.
If I had I know. If I had to guess, he probably was in that suit like tops like 10 hours, which is crazy considering like.
I think it's gonna be more because I can almost guarantee you that the scenes that he was in were probably the scenes that they had to reshoot the most because they were the most like they might have been like some of the most complicated because of all the CG like just the magnum opus of like one of the several magnum opuses of these of this movie was when Johnny Cage kills Goro.
And
If
oh
you
my
want to talk about
god.
this, if you want to talk about this,
So first off, they start fight. So Johnny Cage challenges them, and then Raiden afterwards like, no, you can't. And then Johnny Cage is like, this is Mortal Kombat. And then fucking Raiden's like, I have nothing else to teach him. I was like, what? That made that
no,
exchange of dialogue made like no fucking sense. Or
no, that was you have the lines mixed up. When Raiden says, "I have nothing else to teach you," that was that was right after the creepy Raiden moment with Sonya.
oh, okay. So
Because
no, yeah,
Raiden's walking
you're
away
right.
from there.
What he says to Johnny Cage after he first tells him not to do it, and then Johnny Cage is like, "This is Mortal Kombat." Then Raiden says, "Oh, he finally gets it," and I'm like, that dialogue still made no sense to me.
Yeah,
Like,
that just did not make sense. That's dude. This movie just did not make sense in multiple areas, and I get it. It might just be one of those situations where the source material is just too much to put into a movie. And mind you, this movie
well,
is almost 2 hours long.
at the time there wasn't too much source material because, again,
Well,
only.
for a movie,
No,
it
what I
is a
mean
lot.
is like in the Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3, especially 1 and 2, they had story in it, but very minimal story. They're not like today where they're full blown as fucking movies nowadays, which is fucking awesome. You know what I mean? Back then, it was just literally just the premise of, oh, this is a tournament for supremacy, and that's all it was back then. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
every character had their own little side story where, like, Sonya trying to get revenge for Jax and stuff like that. And but yeah, either way, Johnny Cage and Goro fights. First thing Johnny Cage does was does a splits and hits him in the balls, which is Johnny Cage's most famous move from the
Games.
the games, yeah. But the overselling and the facial expressions of Goro was just like,
It was such like 90s and 80s comedy, dude. Like where he just like where they zoom in on his face, his
yeah.
fucking pupils dilate, and he's like, ugh, like fucking making all these dumbass noises for fucking 5 minutes straight. I was like, come on, man.
And then Johnny Cage runs to like this random like staircase that leads to literally just a cliff.
Dude,
Like,
it wasn't even a staircase. It was like a wall. He had to climb up a wall where like there was people viewing. They let him get through, and then there was a random ledge.
a random
Oh,
ledge out of nowhere.
I was like, what?
He climbs up top over the ledge, like on this little mountain to hide. And I'm thinking like, oh, he's gonna drop kick his ass. And then Goro comes out, and I forgot what Goro says something like, I forgot what he says, something like you're gonna die or something like that. But he doesn't know where Johnny Cage is. And instead of Johnny Cage surprise attacking him, he comes down and says something like, "No, you're gonna die." So Goro knows where he's at. I'm like, why wouldn't you just drop kick his ass off the mountain right there?
It would have been great if Johnny Cage did the Obi-Wan and he was like, "Hello there," from the fucking
Oh, I know what you're talking about. And then
That's when
they fight for like 2 seconds. Surprisingly, I was shocked. Goro does like a roll, a tuck and roll in the suit.
Mhm.
I'm like, how did they manage to do that in that suit? I don't know, because it was like the dude literally tucked and roll with the suit on.
Dude, it's because there's fucking Superman underneath that fucking thing. We don't know this, but it's an industry secret that Superman is real, but he's a fucking stunt double, and that's it.
And then Johnny Cage, hits him off right off the ledge of the mountain.
It was weird. So it's like again, this is something that is just it comes with the territory of these older movies. Like Johnny Cage hits him, Goro falls on the ground, and he like rolls. And if you look closely where they're standing, you clearly see that they are not standing on the ledge anymore.
Oh yeah. Goro. That's what I meant. Where Goro actually rolls in the costume, but he rolls off into the middle of the air. Honestly,
Yeah, like he's just like
it's so
floating,
funny.
dude.
It's funny now you brought it up. I did notice that too, and I thought it was really funny.
And I was just like, what? That's fucking crazy. And then 2 seconds later, like he hits him again, and then he falls. And I was just like, hey, that's not right. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's not right. Like, yeah. Then he hits him again, and then Goro's just like there, like hanging on a ledge. And Johnny Cage just has this fucking stupid line. Oh, from the very beginning of the movie, because you know how he's an actor, and he was like, he walks up to these guys in suits, and then he starts fighting them,
Yeah,
and he hits one of them, and he's just there, like standing there, like scared.
and
And then
this
Johnny
is where
Cage
you
is like,
fall.
yeah, he's like, this is where you fall. They basically did that, but with Goro.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. And then, so now the next part, the CG in this movie.
Hold on. Before we talk about this, because the CG, I feel like we're gonna be talking about it for a while. But we didn't get to finish what we were talking about. The Liu Kang and the Raiden part.
Yeah,
That did not make sense at all whatsoever. So after Raiden talks to Johnny Cage,
the man in black.
dude, I've been fighting saying that this entire time. So after he talks to Johnny Cage, he's like, "Oh, you're a fucking idiot," blah blah blah. And then with Sonya, he was like, "Oh, the vengeance thing or whatever." It's like, dude, like Liu Kang hasn't learned jack shit this movie. All they've been doing is punching the shit out of fucking other people. Like, he got into a fight with the Kitana or whatever her name is, which I'm pretty sure isn't she the girl that like opens her face up in 4 different ways?
No, that's she starts with the letter M, Mai, I think, or something.
Oh,
Melina, you think of Melina?
hmm.
But no, because there's like 3-4 of these girls in Mortal Kombat that look the same. No, Melina's the only thing about where when she takes her mask off, she has actually teeth like all the way through her cheeks.
Yeah,
No, Kitana is like some princess, and in the video games, her and Liu Kang do end up getting married.
okay. Because I had it confused. Just imagine me, dude, all moving along thinking that it was the Melina chick, and I was like, "Dog, run the fuck away!" I'm like, this bitch has like fucking her mouth is gonna open into 4 different parts, and I was like, "Just fucking run, my guy. This is not worth it." But apparently, I was wrong. But yeah, so after Raiden talks to Sonya, he starts walking away, and Liu Kang is like, "But wait, you forgot about me." And they have like a little back and forth about whatever, and then Raiden is just like, "I have nothing else to teach you, Liu Kang. You're ready." I was like, "What? What have you taught him?" Like
nothing,
what?
literally.
I'm like,
nothing.
can I get the notes, please? Can I get the study guide? Because you have not taught him shit. I'm like, what type of fucking like secret classes are you teaching Liu Kang that you don't want to teach fucking Sonya and Johnny Cage over here? Like, I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Please elaborate. But then we got what we got. But it's okay. We knew what we went in for. We knew we were watching a B-list movie, if that.
Yeah, and I love it, but again, nostalgia and the love of the game series. So the CG in this movie, and I want to talk about. There's a lot of bad examples of CG, but the one I want to talk about the most is specifically one character in this movie, Reptile.
Bro, what the fuck is that?
So in the movie, there's a reptile. So in the video games, there's a reptile character, which is essentially another like clone of the He's the next part of the Sub-Zero, Scorpion. There's many of these ninjas, as they call them.
Mm-hmm.
They have the different colors and they're different things. So Sub-Zero, obviously, he does fucking ice. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Scorpion is fire, and then there's Reptile, who's supposed to do. He's like a lizard. He's not actually a lizard. Well, in different variations of games, he's a lizard, but in most variations, he's a human who, when he takes his mask off, he has a lizard head, kind of like when Scorpion took his mask off, he has a fucking skeleton head. Who spits acid. His ability is to spit and throw acid. But in this movie, he's like a fucking chameleon, which Chameleon is a character in the Mortal Kombat video game series who does invisibility and stuff like that. Not Reptile, but in this movie, he's called Reptile. Yeah, he has chameleon abilities where he's able to blend. And he starts off as a lizard thingy that's like green, white, red, all these fucking colors. Like, and he's a statue, and like the CG is so bad, dude, of that little lizard thing. Where it's like, follow him or keep an eye on Katana. And then the statue starts moving and he looks fucking... That CG is so bad, dude.
There's some of those situations where I'm like, why? You shouldn't have done this. Like, he didn't provide any, like, story-wise, like, he didn't provide any story.
No, it was literally just for that cool fight inside, like, the abandoned building thingy, like, in the outer world.
But the thing is... It would have made just as much sense if he just popped up out of nowhere.
Yeah, and at the end, as the fight, you're right.
Like, it would have made just as much sense. Like, he didn't provide any no story context. The fucking lizard didn't do jack shit. Like, they could have saved money. They could have saved time. They could have made the movie like they could have fucking made.
Or they could,
They could have made the movie that which already looks like a fucking. Like a steamy pile of like cow shit, and if anyone's ever seen cow shit, then you know, because it's not pretty.
And on top of that, even if they wanted him from the beginning as Kitana's guardians, why did they make him this stone lizard fucking statue thing? Like, just make him a human fucking being from the beginning. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
And then at the end, when he gets defeated by Liu Kang, which Liu Kang does nothing extraordinary to defeat him. All he does this terrible looking bicycle kick.
Doesn't he punch him in the face with his dick?
No, he does the bicycle kick. Remember, he flies forward and he's like kicking him like 100 times.
Yeah,
which is like signature. It's this bicycle kick signature move from the game, but it looks really bad in this movie. And he bicycle kicks him through like this wall, and then that kills him apparently. And the fall is like 2 feet high. It's not like he fell like 10 stories. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like his entire fucking like chest is like popped open, like just like he exploded basically. And then
it's like the little lizard inside the statue,
and cockroaches started coming out,
and he just stomps on it.
Yeah, I was just kind of like, okay. There's a fight scene with Liu Kang, that he punches. It might be Shao Kahn or whatever his name is. He ended up punching him with his dick. Like,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, dude, I need to find this somehow. I'm gonna find this. I'm gonna find.
I must have missed it.
I'm gonna find the fucking scene, and like, I'm telling you, because like I was like, and I might be wrong. He might have not punched him with his dick, but from where I was sitting, he punched him with his dick, and I was very, 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 very.
And we kind of glanced over it, but so Liu Kang fights Sub-Zero, and Kitana's like, "You must use what gives life to defeat him." And it's like a fucking riddle. Instead of just telling him what to do, she has to make it into a riddle. Like, you must use what gives life to defeat him.
Instead of just being like, "Hey, dog, fucking throw some water on him, and then you'll be."
And
good.
he's fighting Sub-Zero, and Sub-Zero is just, he can throw ice. It's all offense, and he starts doing this one thing. I don't know what the fuck it was, where he puts his hands into a circle, and he starts like freaking giving out this like ice aura.
Yeah.
Which is not a
canon ability.
A canon ability, as far as I'm fucking aware. And I've played every single Mortal Kombat game.
But have you read the manga though?
You know what I mean? Maybe. So he starts doing this like fucking zoning ability, and Liu Kang can't get near him. And then he's like, "What gives life? Water." He looks. There's surprises. There's a fucking bucket full of water next to him. And he starts twirling it in circles. It just tosses it at Sub-Zero. And somehow that water shoots out at the right angle, turns into ice, which is what Sub-Zero is fucking keen of, and it strikes Sub-Zero in the chest and turns Sub-Zero to ice completely. I'm like, that makes no sense whatsoever. And in the video games canon, Sub-Zero has ability where he turns his body into ice, and if you touch him, you turn to ice, and he backs off. Like, so it really, realistically, canon-wise, it would not kill him.
Exactly. Like it would just. It was so weird, dude. Like I was like,
which it's funny that so in a little spoilers, in Annihilation, Sub-Zero's brothers comes to get revenge on Liu Kang. And if I remember correctly, he ends up using that ice body technique on, or tries to use it on Liu Kang.
spoilers. Stop, Miguel. Spoilers.
I don't think you're ever gonna watch it, although I do think you should watch it.
I'm probably not gonna watch it though.
I like Annihilation's version of Sub-Zero, which is the current version of Sub-Zero in the video games. Because what I like about Mortal Kombat video game series, for those who don't know, and I highly recommend you look up like a story YouTube video on it. They're all about canon. Everything that happens in this video games is canon, and they carry over to the next game. So if someone dies, there's characters have died who have not returned because in canon story they have died.
See, that's something that I really like in movies and stuff, where they keep where stuff like that is, because to me that's super cool if they're able to maintain the canon stuff like that.
Yeah,
I love it. That's such a
and that's what Mortal Kombat the video games do. They keep canon literally from the first game all the way up into 11 over still. Although in the 11 they do play with the canon a little bit because 11 is all about time traveling, but still they like it all makes sense anyways at the end. So I highly recommend you and anybody listening look up these Mortal Kombat story timeline, and it's freaking awesome. For the video games, of course, not the movies.
Okay, I might do it. Like I said, I watched the full thing of Mortal Kombat 10, and that was super cool. But let's see. I'll see if I ever do the rest.
Did you find the dick punch?
Yeah, there it is. There it is. Perfect. You literally the moment you
give me the time. I can
like 1 minute, 14.
You mean 1 hour?
1 hour 14. My bad. The exact like millisecond is right there. That's it. Right there. Right there. Fuck. God damn it, I can't find it anymore. No.
I think you're talking about. I skipped to 1 minute 14. I watched. He does come find him at his crotch, but that is in wrestling. That's called the Hurricane Rana, where you go up.
That is a dick punch. You don't put someone with your dick.
You don't put in wrestling. You don't put your dick in his face like that. But it's pretty much you jump out with both your legs, you wrap your legs around their neck, and you twist and pull them back.
No. I think you are watching because I thought, is that the scene where he jumps onto him and flips him over and throws him?
Yeah.
Keep going. It's a little further.
Oh, okay.
It's a little further. Like literally, dude, fucking Shao Kahn put his dick down this guy's throat. Like
look, can't give in.
Yeah, my bad. But like he legit put his dick down his throat, and you cannot tell me otherwise.
Oh, I see it. That's funny.
Now you see the dick punch, right?
It isn't a dick punch, but I see why you think it's. He's lifting his knees up, but they cut away too early, so it does look like a dick punch.
No, Miguel, shut up! Don't try to explain it with logic. He shoved his dick.
He's clearly going out with the knees, but I get it. They cut too early, so it does look like a dick punch.
Miguel, shut the fuck up. He shoved his dick down his throat. That is it. That is canon. You guys remember how we were talking about how this Mortal Kombat is very canon heavy? Well, yes. Now we know that Liu Kang shoved his dick down this lizard guy's throat, and so he wouldn't get me too. He killed him, bro. Oh my god, big brain energy here. Conspiracy theory time.
So my biggest issue with this movie is that there's no real fatalities. Like
talk to Scorpion about that, dude. Like,
hold up. Like, there's no real video game fatalities. Like, yeah, he blows up, but like, Mortal Kombat is all about these bloody-ish, murderous finishes. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
And the only real Scorpion taking his mask off, breathing fire, that's a real fatality. But he didn't actually hit Johnny Cage with it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And the only real fatality you get in here, like as far as that's like in the game, is at the end where he defeats Shao Kahn, which is called the stage fatality. That's not even a character fatality, where he pretty much uppercuts them into the spikes on the floor. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's a real fatality. That's a stage fatality, but we didn't get real fatality and like a bunch of fatalities, which is more. Which I'm guessing back then, if they would have done all these bloody deaths, this probably would have like, I don't know, got it the movie like an NC-17 something.
See, I think it was just it might be like budget wise.
Or two, budget wise too.
I think it was more budget wise, and they really wanted the fucking
I mean, they got rid of half the fucking terrible CG.
They really wanted that lizard guy in there.
Like if you would have got rid of Reptile, yeah, you probably that would have been enough to do like 3 fatalities, maybe more, like practical fatalities. You know what I mean?
Or that scene when they barely get to the island and they're walking up the fucking they're walking up the mountain. Remember? And
and it zooms out like, oh look,
yeah.
It's actually a giant mountain. It looks like shit, but it's a gigantic mountain. They just climbed up.
And then you see Johnny Cage just drop his suitcase, and the suitcase is just
falling down,
falling in the most awkward fucking way.
Yeah.
Like if they would have got rid of all of that, we could have had some fucking nasty ass fucking fatalities. But
which excites me because next year we're getting another Mortal Kombat movie.
Are we really?
Yeah. They're finally giving it another try.
I hope they bring back all the actors.
No, I don't.
Like,
and everything I've seen about the movie
25 years later, dude.
I'm fucking hyped, dude. Like, it seems like they're taking it serious. You know what I mean? They've already announced all the actors for the movie, like, and who's gonna be in it. I'm sure there's gonna be what's it called, like secret characters. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But
I'm excited.
Yeah, I have too because the guy. Hold on, looking it up real quick. The guy that's making it, like producing it, he's done a few of the Fast and the Furious, a few of the Saw movies, The Conjuring, The Nun. So he's done like a lot of horror, like, and you can tell when in interviews that I've seen, this dude like legit like loves Mortal Kombat. Like he says it's being done the correct way, and they're working with Ed Boon, the creator of Mortal Kombat series. So
that's good, dude.
Raiden is played by an Asian actor, a Japanese actor in this movie.
Bravo. Something that should be, in my opinion, common sense. Asian character be played by an Asian person. I think it's, but whatever. I'm not gonna get into that.
Yeah, it's supposed to come out January of next year. So honestly,
was supposed.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah. We should be seeing some. Well, no, they already filming took place September to December of last year. So we should probably be seeing like a trailer soon. I would think this summer.
Hopefully, we'll see when it does come out, though.
Because originally it was scheduled for March, and then it got moved up to January during this whole quarantine. So
seriously,
yeah.
Cool. But normally they don't. I don't like January is normally the month where like movie like companies they put movies they release movies in January that they know that they're gonna flop because it's just kind of like a
not flop, but movies that they don't that if it were to come out next to any other movie that people want to see, it would fucking die. So they put it in January because they know
Yeah, because it's
no Disney movie, no Marvel movie is gonna come out in January.
yeah. So hopefully it's good, but
And the one of the Russo brothers is overlooking it too. So it seems like it's in good hands. And they said one of the first things they said is the movie will be R-rated, not PG-13, and fatalities will finally be on the big screen. So I'm hyped. I'm fucking hyped for this movie. But that's next year. We'll talk about that when we get to it. Anything else on this one? On this Mortal Kombat?
What's your overall rank? What's your overall
Rating? If I'm talking about realistic or like
just how you feel, like with nostalgia and everything. What do
with
you?
nostalgia and everything, I'd give it like a 6.
That's what's nostalgia. Oh shit!
Yeah, that's with nostalgia. If I had no nostalgia, this movie would probably be like a 3, honestly, maybe a 4.
God damn, dude.
Like the fighting isn't that bad, but a lot of everything else is. What do you have no nostalgia? What do you give it?
Like a fucking 4.
I'll see. Yeah, see when the nostalgia give it a little 2-point bump.
I thought.
Nah, it's not. It's not. I'm realistic. It's not an 8. It's not. It's
Fuck no, it's not. It's nowhere near an 8. Like I think the 6 is like a fucking. I think that's a war crime almost, dude. Like it is fucking bad. Like I think this, out of all the bad movies we've watched, I think this is the one that I struggled the most to finish.
no, really.
100%, dude. Because it was
I
the
guess.
it was the longest. It was the hardest to look at. Like it was
I
just
don't think this was the worst one of the ones we've seen.
which one? Because we've seen what, like 4 movies, 5.
Yeah, I think we've both chosen 2 each.
Because we watched Twitches.
I think that's the worst one of all of them.
Twitches. Yeah,
Yeah.
I knew that was gonna be your worst.
We've
Because
seen Twitches, we've seen Monster House, we've seen
Double
Mortal Kombat, and we've seen Double Dragon.
Okay, so Twitches is bad, but at least he got the my sister meme out of that, which is pretty fucking funny.
I was laughing a lot watching Mortal Kombat.
I was just fucking like, I couldn't stop looking at the fucking.
Although I will say this, it took me 3 times to watch this movie.
Bro, what the fuck? How can you say it's the worst one if you had to split it up into 3 different movies?
Because it was also when I watched the other ones, I was not working, so
Lies.
I've been stupid tired. I've literally gone to sleep every day after work since Sunday.
And then, dude, this movie was an hour and 40 minutes long, dude.
Not long enough. We needed some more character development.
Excuse me.
A couple more fights.
A little bit more CG with the fucking scorpion, with the lizard. Like,
dude, there's no real quick. There's one scene on the beach where it's right where they landed, and the whole what am I, your travel agent?
Mm-hmm.
Right after that, Johnny Cage starts talking to Liu Kang, and you can see Sonya starts just walking in the beach, and she has like the most awkward looking fucking walk, dude.
I don't remember.
The most awkward looking walk. It was just funny. I was like, I rewinded like 3 times just to watch it. I was like, she's just walking. It looks like she's walking in place, but not really. It's like maybe she's just having trouble
with the
fucking
sand or something?
with the sand. I don't. Hold on, I'm trying to look up the timestamp on it real quick.
I'm looking at it right now. I think. Oh, dude, what the fuck? What did?
Hold up, it might not be that part. 1 second.
It's 20, like 22, 23, like 23, 30, I think. Oh wait, no, before that, like 22.
And no, actually, it's actually. Hold up. It might not be that part. Maybe she was. I'm watching it right now.
She's like
Yeah,
not
it is.
bending,
It is.
like she's not bending her knees, dude. Like
Yeah, it's kind of like she like shit herself or something.
exactly, dude. And like, oh, look at the scene.
Yeah, that is the part I was talking about.
Look at the scene where he drives the suitcase. Oh shit, that's so fucking funny, dude. Fuck, dude. That's like the best scene of the movie. Oh my god, that's fucking
Dude,
funny.
if it wasn't for the quarantine, these movies would be much better if we watched them together.
Yeah, but
And that's the hope after this is all done is watching them together and then recording the podcast immediately after.
see, I'm down, but the only thing that I kind of enjoy of the way that we're doing things now is that we watch the movie and I watch the movie and we don't even talk about it. We don't
That's
talk
true,
about
because we would probably be talking about it a lot if we watched it together.
exactly. And then we come onto the podcast and we talk about the movie and it's kind of like our first takes on each other's like
Yeah.
so I don't we'll see. When the time comes we'll see how we do things.
I will say that although simplicity, they fucking nailed Sub-Zero and Scorpion's costumes.
Yeah.
Like they look
They
sick.
did. They did. I thought it was a faithful recreation of the
I forgot
costume.
about the scene when they first show up and Sub-Zero fights one of the freaking grunts. And the grunts are going super ham before the fight, like
Well, the disrespect, dude. Like the fucking
and he's legit. That dude is legit fucking ripped though. Like the grunt that he's about to die.
dude. I think the guy was just scared. He was just like the original plan was probably have an actual like
And then they
combat.
yeah.
And then the fucking guy playing Sub-Zero saw the guy they pulled out and they're like, dog, that guy's fucking ripped. I'm like, fuck that. I want to throw a fucking ice beam at this guy and that's it. Because I thought that's what they're gonna do. Like I thought they were gonna have like a fucking like hand-to-hand combat. They're gonna be beating the shit out of each other, and then Sub-Zero would have pulled some crazy shit.
So you're gonna stand there and watch your homeboy just get murdered by Sub-Zero, and you're still like, oh, you know what, fuck it, we still down with Shao Kahn. You know what I mean? Like,
Right?
I'm like, fuck, I need to get off this island right now.
Yo, I need to get a new job. What the fuck?
Like they just fed his ass to Sub-Zero like nothing.
Dude, just
Although I think that's probably the only grunt that dies in the entire movie.
so the directors are like, fuck this guy in particular. Everyone else,
He's a bit of a show off. We gotta teach him a lesson.
The douchebag of all the extras. They're like, who's the biggest douchebag here? Jim. Get Jim over here. Hey Jim, you're in the movie now. Oh,
the guy comes on set as an extra. He's like, I actually know martial arts. Like, I'm a badass. I should be in this movie. I should be Liu Kang. And that's when the director's like, you know what? We'll give you a part of the movie.
We'll give you part of the movie.
One that's gonna get you off this fucking set in 2 days.
Show off your skills. Go ham. Do all those fucking all those Naruto ninjutsu moves. Go ahead. And then 2 seconds later, ice beam to the fucking face, like, and it's super effective.
And we no longer need your services on this movie anymore.
And you're fucking fired, bitch.
Fuck, dude. Well, that's all I got for this movie. Like, I like it. I watch it every couple years. I will continue to watch it every couple. I'll probably end up watching it right before the new one comes out.
Damn, really?
I'll probably gonna marathon the 2 movies and probably like the 2 TV shows.
Oh yeah, they did make a TV show, right? There's
a TV show and then there's a YouTube show. The YouTube show is actually not that bad. It hasn't aged the best, but the YouTube one was actually fan made. That like it was so well done that like the people from Mortal Kombat were like, we're endorsing this. You know what I mean?
Because the TV show is the one that like got canceled abruptly. So like Shao Kahn ends up killing everybody, right? Is that or am I thinking about the wrong thing?
I don't know. It's been so long.
Well, yeah, I think I don't have anything else to say about this movie. I said more than I thought I was going to say because this movie was not good at all. And Miguel is lying to you.
It's okay.
No, it's not. You had one scene that was funny with the suitcase, and that's it.
And Sonya Blade walking.
No, that's just weird. That's not funny. That's just weird. That's just weird. That like unless it comes out that she shit herself and she was walking like that for a reason, then it's
Bro,
not.
I know you're not gonna watch Mortal Kombat Annihilation,
Mhm.
but watch and everybody listening, I encourage you to watch look go to YouTube and watch Mortal Kombat Annihilation Final Fight. Like it is, even me with the nostalgia could say this is one of the worst fucking things ever put on a movie. Like it essentially turns into a Godzilla monster fight,
Mhm.
and holy shit, the CG is fucking horrendous, dude. Liu Kang turns into like a dragon, and Shao Kahn turns into like this fucking monster thing.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's complete ass, dude. Like, as a kid, I fucking loved it though. But as a grown adult rewatching it,
Is it long? I'll watch it. We could like I can just skim through it right now and give my fucking.
hold on, I'm looking. I'm trying to get the. Oh, here it is. Hold on, I'll send you the link real quick so you can. It's a minute and 38.
All right, guys.
I just sent you.
Bear with me. Bear with us, you guys. Dude, I didn't know that Doom had a movie that came out last year. It's on Netflix.
Yeah. That was like a straight to DVD thing. I haven't seen it. I'm not gonna watch it. Watch the whole thing. It's so it's so bad. I'm watching it right now. As a kid, I loved this though.
Okay. What the fuck is going on? The fuck?
What part are you on? What second are you on?
He just transformed into a dragon.
Liu Kang?
Yeah.
Okay. It gets better.
He's gonna do fucking.
This is so bad. Holy shit.
What the fuck is this?
The Shao freaking not Shao. Yeah, Shao Kahn turns into like a blue eyes white dragon. As a kid, I loved this, dude. As a kid, I fucking loved this. I thought this was the coolest thing ever as a kid.
Dude, what the fuck is this? Dude, I have no idea what the fuck is going on, dude.
So that was supposed to be in Mortal Kombat. They have this thing called animalities, where they turn into animals. But of course, it looks nothing like that.
That was hands down one of the worst things I have ever had to like look at with my eyes ever.
Other than that, the movie's actually pretty good.
I was thinking about watching this movie, but that single-handedly made me think, no, thank you. I'm not gonna watch that.
That's the only part of the whole movie that has like that horrendous of CG.
That is enough for me to be like, no, thank you.
It's so bad.
That is
It's so bad.
that is horrible. That's like horrible, dude. Like,
So, like, so you're listening at home, you want to look up Mortal Kombat Annihilation Dragon Fight. It's
dude,
you're welcome.
what
10 out 10 out of 10.
like 10 out of 10 would recommend.
Would recommend. We'll watch again.
Dude, what the fuck is that? I can't wrap my head around what the fuck I just watched.
How do you make that and be like, yeah, this is it?
Exactly. How are you like in their meeting like they're like, oh look, finished, boss. Look, this is the final cut of the movie.
That's still not the ending of the movie.
This is
They still have
cut,
a regular fight after this.
This is how the Snyder cut's gonna be, by the way, for the fucking
fucking Mortal, yeah, Justice League.
Justice League. But yeah, that is just horrible. I don't know how whoever made that needs to get fired.
I mean,
they need to be fired. They need to get the same treatment that the fucking the guy that made Cars 2 got. Just the Disney assassins need to go and visit him at his house, like, because that is not okay. That is not okay on multiple levels. I am disappointed.
I mean, the
Disappointment
director is still around.
barely.
He made Insidious, both of them. He made Annabelle, which are pretty fucking good movies.
Well, dude, I can see he has a fucked up head. Like, just look at that. What he is like, greenlit, dude. That's fucked up, dude. Not surprised.
Fuck. I think that's it, right?
I think that's it. I don't have anything else to say. You put a sour taste in my mouth with that fucking final fight.
Well, the guy that did the cinematography on Annihilation, which probably would have had something to do with that part, is no longer in the business. Not because of that movie. He was still in the business for years after that. But either way,
Whatever.
since we're not gonna watch it,
Yeah,
Annihilation had a budget of $30 million. How much do you think that one made?
$30 million.
Yeah.
I want to say maybe. What year did it come out?
2 years later.
2 years later.
So Mortal Kombat was still huge.
Yeah. 150.
It made. You're close. You just got to take a 1 off of that.
50,000.
50 million.
50 million. I mean. Oh my god. What was and the budget you said 30? It was 30?
30 million. It made a profit, but
barely, dude. Like that's
it did so bad and it got destroyed by critics that
you don't say.
that Warner Brothers canceled the third sequel because originally they had, or Time Warner originally had a 3-picture deal. They were like, fuck this, we're not making the third one. That movie was so bad.
I am not surprised, dude. Like I haven't seen the full thing, but that last fight scene is just, that's gonna go down in the history books. Like, fuck, that is. I think I could make a better movie, dude. Like, that is just so bad.
There you go. What would you rate Mortal Kombat Annihilation off of that one clip?
I'm fucking like a -3, dude.
There you go, folks. You got a 2 for 1. 10 out of 10 for me. -3 from Diego.
Like, it is not good. It's like it just it looks like it looks worse than like most computer games that came out like 15 years ago. Like even more than that. It looks fucking horrendous. I don't know if you ever played. I don't know if you ever played the game Fate.
No.
The computer game. Oh, it's like a you point and click to fight and stuff. It's like an RPG. Not an RPG. Like I don't know how I would describe it. It's kind of like a single player World of War.
Yeah.
And that game looks better than this. And that game came out like, you know what? Because I want to shit talk this movie a little bit more. I want to know when this game came out. It came out 2005. So
it came out fucking 7 years after.
The movie.
Relax, Diego. Relax.
It's like 50 billion% better. Like that end scene, dude. I can't watch it, you guys. Whoever's listening, still watch this fucking scene, and you're gonna see that. You know what, Diego, you're right. And Miguel's stupid for thinking that this deserves anything more than a 1. So, like, I can't get over it. Dude. That movie, that was just. I genuinely think that is the worst thing I've ever seen.
No, not possible. There's things much worse.
Hold on. Asterisk. It's the worst thing that I've ever seen, like related to a movie, like movie wise. Like
I've seen worse, but then again, you don't watch like
what the fuck have you seen that's worse than that? And tell me, why do you like fucking feeling pain? Like, do you like? What?
I've seen different kind of worse. Like I'm sure I have.
Well, when you find something that's worse, like let me know because I have a morbid curiosity.
I
That,
mean, there's a lot of horror movies with worse things than that.
but like that's a horror movie though, and like I don't know
I was pretty horrified by that scene.
yeah, but that's not what I wanted. If you watch a horror movie, you're like, I want to be scared, and that is scary in a level that is not okay. Like it's not like, oh my god, like I'm frightened because this is so fucked up that a person could do this, or oh my god, it's so gore filled that it's scary. No, this is scary because holy shit, someone was being paid. First of all,
A lot of money, probably.
First of all, they gave whoever is directing this $30 million, and they were also paying the guy that edited this to make this, and that is scary. That someone got paid to make this. That is scary. That's the scary part. It's not scary because it's scary. It's scary because someone was actually paid for that. That's the real horror in this.
That's the 90s, bro.
I don't want to go back.
I do.
No, Miguel. No.
All right. Well, I think that's it, right?
I think that's it, you guys. I think we've just been fucking around for the last couple minutes. That's it for me. So
All right, we got to get our ass to work.
no, Miguel, don't say it. Don't remind me.
I know, I'm sad too. We'll catch y'all next week.
We'll catch you guys on Tuesday's episode. And we'll see you guys later. Peace out.
Peace out.